second video because I hit pause and then I didn't hit restart, so I kind of lost where I was at. So I'm going to start again with problem 1A. Alright, so if you go through these, I did this before, so if you watch the last video, otherwise, basically I'm going to get per unit cost. So up here, I know that my 10,800,000 is sales, so I'm going to divide by the 72,000 sold. That's that 150. So that's 150 over here. Okay. Honestly, we could just use that, but I'm just doing it for all. Then I'm going to go down to this one, and you can see that I've got my 640,000 or 6,400,000 divided by, this is manufacturing costs, so I'm going to divide it by the 80,000 manufactured. So I have 6,400,000 divided by 80 is 80,000. Gives me 80, 1.6 million here. This divided by the 80,000 manufactured is 20. 1.28 divided by the 80,000 manufactured is 16. So I add up these three and I get 116 variable manufacturing costs. So I write this on the other one, but we'll write 116 there. Just these three numbers divided by 80,000 made. Now I'm going to do the same thing with fixed manufacturing. 320,000 divided by 80,000 made is 4. And this total then is 120. And I can do the same thing with selling an administrative variable, the 1,080,000, but this is selling an administrative, so I want to divide it by the number sold. That gives me 15, although you'll see that we can just use that one. Okay, so let's kind of go up here and go through the absorption costing income statement. Okay, so my sales are 10,800,000. That comes right there. My beginning inventory is 0, since I have nothing in beginning inventory. This is my first month. My cost of goods manufactured is I made 80,000 at a unit cost. This is absorption, so I use the 116 plus 4, or the 120. So 80,000 times 120. Beginning inventory plus cost of goods sold is available. I subtract my ending inventory, so let's go through the units again. I did this on the end of the last one. My beginning inventory is 0. I manufactured 80,000 units. And I sold 72,000, so I can back into ending inventory as 8,000, so because units are either sold or still here. So I have 8,000 in ending inventory. So 8,000 in ending inventory times 120 is 960. That gives me my cost of goods sold of 96 minus 960. So a shortcut is I could just simply do the 72,000 sold times the 120, and I get the 8640. But be careful on that. That only works because I don't have beginning inventory. So my unit costs were all at 120. I didn't have some unit costs at a different amount and some unit costs at 120. Okay, then I have my variable expenses, so you can either just take the 1080 because it's based on the 72,000, or I could do 72,000 times 15, I get the same number, and my fixed is 180,000. So my total operating costs are these two, and my operating income is 900,000. So now let's go to variable costing. So I have my sales of 10,800,000. Now I only want my variable manufacturing costs. So beginning inventory is 0. This one is I manufactured 80,000, and I only want variable costs, so they're 116. That gives me available of that. I have ending inventory of 8,000, and I want it times my variable cost only. I have 8352, and again I can double check that because my cost didn't change and I sold 72,000. It's 8352, so I'm good there. My variable operating, 1080. Okay, so I have sales minus variable costs as contribution margin. Now I want my fixed costs, and fixed costs on variable costing I ignore the per unit cost of 4, and I want the total because I'm using it for a different purpose. I'm not concerned about the matching principal. I just want to know more on a cash flow basis. And my operating fixed costs. Okay, so again, I have a difference here of 868 and 900, so that's 32,000. So now I have 0 inventory in beginning, and the unit cost is 0, so I have 0 there, but I do have ending. Okay, so notice in ending inventory I have 8,000 units, and my fixed cost per unit is 4, so I have 32,000. So notice in the prior problem, you had absorption costing and variable costing is the difference, but notice my income here under absorption is higher than variable, whereas if you go to exercise 3, it was flipped. This one was lower than this. And the answer is it's because of whether I add in fixed costs from last period or take out fixed costs from this period. So in this case, under variable costing, I had $320,000 of fixed manufacturing. And so if you think about it, my fixed manufacturing cost is $320,000. That's, if I want to split it into 2, that's 72,000 units times 4, and that is 8,000 units times 4, because I have a total of 8,000. So if I have inventories either here or still here, there's the 320, but notice this, the 32,000 is expensed on here, but not expensed on here. So since this one has less expenses, it has a higher net income. So hopefully that helped you out. Take them slow, do lots of practice, and you'll get it.